Okay, we're at Supercar Weekend 2009. We're with John. He's got the Ford GT everyone's talking about here. Can you tell us about the two Ford GTs you have today?
I brought two Ford GTs. The first one I brought in is a Heritage Edition, and we started doing a little bit of drag racing and messing around and started figuring out a lot of things that needed to be updated on the cars. We now have a full facilitated shop. We design a lot of our own parts. This car is making 838 horsepower at the rear wheel. We just ran 10.0 in the quarter mile. It's a very streetable daily driver, ice cold AC. Phenomenal car, one of the funnest cars we've ever owned. We do a lot of upgrades. We build our own tunes and this, that, and the other. This car is a different ball game. I started this car about a year ago. This should set most world records. We're going for the world record in the standing mile, which we should hit 250 no problem. We're trying to have the first street car to hit 300 miles an hour.
In the standing mile?
No, not in the mile. We're going to
top.
300 in top end. It's two passes at Bond.
Yeah.
I know the car will do it. I just got to figure out if I can keep it on the ground. The horsepower is there. It's a full standalone system. We built everything at the shop for the car except for the Wilson manifold. Pumping a lot of water through the intercooler. The list is tremendous on what we did to the car, but it's all hand built. When I'm done dialing this engine in, it's going to be somewhere around 2,100 horsepower, 2,000. We have two engines for the car, two transmissions. We're going to the races prepared, for any problems. And it's just a tremendous amount of work. We have a standalone computer, as I said. I have boost control. I can go from a time-based gear selection, or I can set it right on a regular, just use the boost controller. So it brought a lot of the Japanese technology, but used some different stuff in it. And it's a pretty fun car.
Do you expect any customers to go that wild with their cars?
We do a lot of custom builds for people. Now that I've done all the R&D on this car, for example, the gearbox alone, I have a ridiculous amount of money in the gearbox just because I had to develop a straight-cut gearbox. The stock GT runs out mathematically at over 317 miles an hour, which was not a useful gearing. So I left the same 336 final drive gear in it, and I changed all the gears to a 265 miles an hour at 8,500 RPM.
For quicker acceleration.
And also a closer ratio. Plus I have no clutch now. It's a straight crash box. I only drop about 120 RPMs between gears. So it doesn't unspool the turbos. My goal is to get this car in the 890 range. It's running 9.1 now with the other engine.
What kind of MPH?
Miles per hour on that is probably, I think it was 163 miles an hour.
In 9 seconds?
Yeah. No, it was 9.1.
9.1.
Yeah, we want to get the car down. Our goal is to get the car down in the, like I said, 890 range. It's hard to launch this car. You don't want to break it. And I'm not building it to be a drag car, but it's turned out to be a pretty fast car. And it's a streetable car. It has AC. So it's a very nice car. It's a lot of fun. Is anybody else going to do it? I've had several guys here that want me to do it, and now I can do it fairly reasonably. But there's no jig for all the piping I made. Everything's hand built. I'm going with a different system. We're going to go with Magnetti Marinelli probably on the next one. We're using Big Stuff 3 now. We had a real tremendous problem getting the CAN bus system to cooperate with, which is the factory Ford computer system, to cooperate with the Big Stuff for the tach and the boost controller and boost gauge. All that's working now, but it's a learning curve, and nobody's done it. I mean, we make our own shafts, our own axles, all the tubing. We have 4 different turbos for the car. We run 76s. We haven't even run the car on the 76s yet. We don't know what kind of power it's going to make.
It's all uncharted territory.
It's uncharted, man. Nobody's done it. We got to find some dumb redneck that wants to do it.
And for the 800 horsepower version that's running 10 seconds, what's the miles an hour on that?
That was running 132, 133, something like that. That's a very consistent, solid car that I sell that package to a lot of people. On the GTs, I built that red one over there. We built a couple cars that are here at the show, and they're very consistent. The GT has turned out, in my opinion, to be one of the toughest street cars because the Lamborghinis and Ferraris, you got a tremendous amount of careful work to keep them from breaking. This thing, once you get past a few issues with driveline, it's a very dependable car and very hard to break. And I go drifting with it. That car's got 3,000 miles on my 9th set of tires.
Wow.
I beat that car like a yard dog, and that's what it's for.
That sounds like a hell of a lot of fun, Johnny.
All right.
So what do you like best about Supercar Weekend?
Great diversity, a lot of cars are here. No groups of people that think they're better than anybody else. It's just a great group of guys and a lot of cars. I mean, you can see every car made is here.
Excellent. Thank you very much.
All right, thank you.